Hey everyone, Derek here. Welcome back. Bringing you some Titanfall gameplay. Now I've been playing this game for the last couple of days now, and I am just loving it. In my opinion, I think it raises the bar on first-person shooters. The reason why, I think the gameplay is really immersive. It's got that feel, kind of, for those who played it on, I guess on PlayStation 2 and Xbox when it came out, Star Wars Battlefront. So, it's a multiplayer game, it's like 6 versus 6 players, but during the match, you also have all these computer-controlled NPCs. So you have the grunts, which are the human characters, and the specters, which are kind of like the robotic soldiers. And essentially, both sides will spawn a whole bunch of these guys. So as you can see here, it's like 6 versus 6 computer, player control characters, but there's a whole bunch of bots basically running around. And it just basically gives each battle, like each online match, it feels much more epic with, it feels like a full-scale battle with so many characters on the screen. And then in terms of the actual gameplay mechanics, rather than just spawning in your spawn at the beginning of the match, you also get, you basically, rather than spawning in, you get airdropped in, or you have a transport ship drop you off. And similarly at the end of the match, assuming that you were the team that lost, you and your comrades essentially have to basically bug out from the level. They send an extraction transport to pick you up, and if you're able to make it out to this transport before being killed by the other team, you get extra points for it. So, it adds that little extra, feels more like an epic and real battle when you're playing the online matches. So it is an online-only game. There's no single-player campaign. There is kind of like an online multiplayer campaign. Essentially, it's like the same game types that you would get in the full-on classic multiplayer, except there might be a little bit of a background story, and you're playing the different levels in a certain order. Trav said it best. The storyline's kind of and the cutscenes are kind of forgettable. But again, it does add a nice little narrative when you're playing just the online missions. In terms of game types, you have all the usual game types that you expect from a multiplayer game. There's the attrition mode. So that's one where basically, it's basically a team deathmatch, and the losing team essentially has to try to get to the extraction transport before the other team wipes them out. There's also hardpoint, which is essentially domination, and then there's other game types like capture the flag, and I think there's one where everyone's hunting pilots, and then another one where everyone's hunting titans, I think. Don't quote me on that. I haven't played all the game types yet. Yeah, the controls are very smooth, responsive. It's easy to get your character or your Titan to do whatever you want, and yeah, and just in terms of the feel when you're playing the game, you get that I don't know, enjoyment when you first played Halo multiplayer, or you played Call of Duty 4 multiplayer. Basically it was a very fresh experience when those games first came out. You get that feeling when you're playing this game online as well. Essentially, right now, what I'm using in terms of my character class is I'm using the RC-10 carbine. Of all the weapons you start out with, I liked it the most. It's basically, it's an assault rifle, fully automatic. The other weapons you can choose to customize your character with off the bat are the smart pistol, which I haven't really used except maybe during the training mode. And there's a shotgun. Those are essentially the three main primary weapons that you start off with during your when you start off as customization options. So this one I enjoy. I don't know. I'm always a big user of assault rifles and all sorts of multiplayer games. So this is the one I chose to start off with. As you kill certain enemy types, you basically start unlocking some of the attachments. So I'm using basically the ACOG scope. This was the first sight attachment that I unlocked. I ended up using, not this one, I ended up using, I forget what it's called actually. It's not the holosight, it is the one, it's in between. It has like an in-between magnification between the holographic sight and the ACOG sight. And silencer, which similar to other games, basically keeps you off the map when you're firing the weapon. Using the Titans are pretty cool. Haven't really had the chance to unlock any other. There's 3 different kind of, I guess, body types for the Titans. You have what I'm using right now is basically kind of the mid-range one in terms of maneuverability and armor. I just finished one of the multiplayer online campaigns, so I've unlocked the faster type, the less armored chassis, and then once you finish both campaigns, then you get a basically the most heavily armored chassis, but obviously the least maneuverable to balance things out. But yeah, you get like 3 different chassis types. You get to pick between different primary weapons for your Titan as well. So essentially, you're basically customizing your human character as well as your Titan. But this is one of the games that I did pretty well in. Pretty decent score. Most of it is the killing the bots, though. But you know, just given the number of characters you have on screen, the probability of running into a computer-controlled character is very high. Nice, I have another Titan here. But yeah, you get points for killing the NPCs. You get more points if you're able to take down a player control character. And taking down Titans will also get you these attrition points. And the first team to reach 250 points wins the match. Yeah, some of these battles can get pretty hectic, especially when you have like multiple Titans going after each other. Yeah, so this is basically, so we've won the match now, and this is the epilogue. So essentially, the other team, they lost. They have a extraction transport coming to pick them up, and our goal now is to try to eliminate as many of them before they can escape as possible. So at this point, once you kill or one if you know a player on the enemy team dies, they don't respawn. And if they do manage to get onto the transport, they do get like extra points at the end of the match. That's the transport, as you can see up there, just waiting to pick up other characters, and we're just kind of camping around the building, trying to stop anyone from trying to leave. But you can also, it's hard because it's heavily shielded. You can shoot down those transports to prevent them from leaving, and if you do so and you kill all the characters on the ground, you get bonus points. But anyways, that's the end of the match. I'm the #1 player on my team with 7 player control character kills, 31 computer control kills, and 5 deaths. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you guys next time.